Here we are, clan the isms, cataclysm, great. Our people out here struggling, trying to make it in this state. Everybody out here doing it, but we the ones who late. Now family, we the ones who gotta delegate. Get that money in the power, never be fake. Stick to cosign for 3. What did he say? Create jobs, support our own. Educate the same and buy back your home. Got 3 degrees, triple 10. 3 PhDs, now we on the CNN. DBTV, let's talk about negligence. Ignorance is bliss, but we can turn it to intelligence. Believe none of what you hear, half of what you see. Let's break it down here on Dr. Boyce TV. Here we are.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins from Your Black World, the Black Business School, and I want to say welcome to the Black Financial Channel. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. Shout out to Chadwick Boseman. I'm wearing my Black Panther shirt just as a sign of appreciation and respect for this brother. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a happy Monday, and I thought that I would chime in on the Black Financial Channel real quick to give you some updates on what's happening in the financial world. First of all, many of you, especially if you're students in our programs and things like that, you are owners of 2 companies that have been talked about quite a bit. That's Tesla and Apple. Tesla and Apple today are actually both going through and executing stock splits. Now, we've talked about the stock splits before. If you go to theblackfinancialchannel.com, you can see some of the other videos I've done on the stock splits, but I'll quickly do a quick recap to remind you that stock splits have no impact on the fundamental value of a company. Fundamentals don't change. It's still the same company, still the same value, but there's something magical about a stock split in terms of the psychological effect that it has on the investor. Lower prices might drive more people to want to trade the stock. It might create what they call a signaling effect. This is something that we studied. There have been tons of research papers written on this that basically says that when the stock splits, that investors interpret that as a positive signal from management that the company is going to do well, which I think is really great. Now, all that could be true and everything else. The issue though, one challenge though, is that we have things called fractional shares. So anybody that had $10, in a Cash App account could go invest in Apple or Tesla. You just weren't going to get a whole share. Now you can get whole shares much easier. Tesla's still at $444, I think, which is still kind of expensive for a lot of people, but it does make it more affordable for more people than it was before. Now, one of the interesting things about this split though, is that there are mixed signals about what this means. So first I'll start with Apple. Okay, so for Apple, if you look at the history of Apple stock splits, I think they've done about 5 stock splits maybe in the last 20, 25 years. Most of those splits have actually led to declines in the share price. Most of those splits have not led to benefits in the, say, first 2, 3, 4, 5 months after the split has occurred. Now, that does not mean that an Apple stock split is a bad thing, though, because one of the big declines in value actually occurred during the 2000 tech bubble. So they lost, I think the market lost 60% or something like that. So they got hit pretty hard. So, I don't know if that should really count. And then also there was, in the last split in 2014, they actually had a price bump. I think they went up 36% that year. So I would take that with a grain of salt. Also remember that stock prices, the history of stock price has no impact on the future of the stock price. So that's also something that you want to know just in terms of what financial research says about stocks, splits and predictions and all that stuff. So the interesting thing about it is that Apple's going through what is called a super cycle. So that for the next 12 months, 3.5 million out of 9.5 million iPhones are due for an upgrade, which they see that as an upgrade in Apple's cash flow. That their bankroll is going to grow up a little bit because they're going to get all this money from people upgrading their iPhones. And then also with Tesla, the second company that's doing the stock split, they on the 22nd, there's what they call Battery Day, where they believe Elon Musk is going to make a big announcement about something with their battery technology, and also their orders. They're going to announce, how many orders they had and how many cars they shipped around October 1st. So these are big bubble moments, or what I call pregnant moments when it comes to investing. This impacts, the prices of options and things like that. And those of you who are in my options masterclass have said that I've never really wanted to speculate in Tesla options. You know this. But I like to sell those options, because what happens is that when the speculation gets high, the prices of the options get high. And the number one rule in making money is buy low, sell high. So when things go high, I don't buy, I sell. That's just what people do. In terms of long-term ownership, I think these are solid companies, solid fundamentals, solid potential. Apple's $2 trillion though. So I keep wondering if there's a threat that they could ever be broken up. I also believe that the stock split is very political for Apple. I believe Apple wants as many Apple shareholders as possible out in the world. The CEO of Apple Tim Cook told Jim Cramer, I want more people into the stock. I want more people in the stock. So that to me says that he wants more people to be Apple investors. Well, why does that help Apple? Well, it helps them because right now they're in the middle of this antitrust scrutiny because they're the first $2 trillion company in history. So that means that, they're going to get, the public opinion does matter. And if you have more Apple shareholders out here in the world, then there are fewer people who are mad at them, right? So the easiest way to minimize the number of haters you have is to try your best to turn as many of your haters into friends as you possibly can. So that's what Apple's basically doing. They're trying to share the wealth. They're saying, look, we're getting rich. You can get rich too. Just invest in the company and then we can all go up together. And I don't think that's such a bad idea. I think the same thing should be recommended to Jeff Bezos, who also received a lot of scrutiny for being the first $200 billion man. I believe that Amazon should do a stock split and let as many people as possible invest in Amazon stock so that they won't be so mad when he's making money because they'll be making money too. I think about 85 to 90% of Bezos' wealth is in Amazon stock. So most of his wealth came from ownership of Amazon stock. So if you have an issue with his wealth, well, why not buy some Amazon stock so that you too can actually build wealth as well? Remember, you can buy Amazon now. You don't need to have $3,000 for a whole share. You can just go buy fractional shares and get started. Even my students who've been buying fractional shares are doing very, very well. I mean, these three companies, Amazon, Apple, and Tesla, my God, they've been extraordinary stocks, but there are other great stocks out there. So don't get caught up just in the ones that get the most media attention. I think that's a flaw that a lot of us make. But at the same time, these have been great investments. These are solid companies, good management teams. They're doing good work. So anyway, guys, I'm out of here. Have a good day. Hit the thumbs up button, share, and subscribe button. And also, if you'd like to jump into our Black Stock Market program, and you can see some of the stocks that I'm buying and things like that, and ask me questions on our private blog, go to theblackstockmarketprogram.com. The first month is $1. That's theblackstockmarketprogram.com. So take care, guys. I'll see you soon. Have a good day. And make sure you subscribe. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Here we are, clan the isms, cataclysm great. Our people out here struggling, trying to make it in this state. Everybody out here doing it, but we the ones who late. Now family, we the ones who gotta delegate. Get that money in the power, never be fake. Stick to cosign for 3. What did he say? Create jobs, support our own. Educate the same and buy back your home. Got 3 degrees, triple 10. 3 PhDs, now we on the CNN. DBTV, let's talk about negligence. Ignorance is bliss, but we can turn it to intelligence. Believe none of what you hear, half of what you see. Let's break it down here on Dr. Boyce TV.